foremost, man, congratulations. Congratulations on making history, making a fire-ass record, making the borough proud. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you made yourself proud, but
all legends.
All legends.
All legends.
All legends. Young legends, OGs, you know what I'm saying? Like they said in the documentary, man, 4 different generations of Brooklyn MCs, never been seen before, never been done before. Special up.
Hey, special.
You know what I mean?
You know what I want to ask first and foremost, just because knowing the backstory of the relationship the two of you have with each other, how did you know this was finally the time to go hard and really make it happen? Because I know sometimes we in and out of situations. When is it like, all right, I can't play around anymore? I got to ask you, BK Gudda, I'll start with you.
I'm gonna say the last jail that I did. I've been in and out of jail, and not on my own terms, just And I want to say that last bit I did, and I was away from my kids and stuff, and I had a talent, and it was like, yo. And the time that I got the judge, his name was Judge Sweet. He passed away, and when I got sentenced, he told me I was gonna be a better person when I get out, and I just wanted to make a change because I had all these important people around me. I got my sister Michelle. I got a good wife and stuff. So and a lot of supportive friends all through the years and stuff. I keep letting them down, and it wasn't a good feeling. So after I wasted his money the first time, he was like, "Motherfucker. Nah, your ass is on ice until I really see what's up." And I sat on ice for like 5 years just now, like before we got back to doing anything. And he was like, I seen you bettering yourself. You ain't catching no cases. You ain't, you know what I'm saying, going to jail, and you're not wilding. So I'm gonna give this shit one more chance. And I was like, that's it. It's over.
Boss, you got anything you want to add?
No, I think just to he said it all really. I think the real he started to hear that he wasn't getting any more chances. Those conversations got real, those going to jail, and he when Special introduced me to him, we started this album 17 years ago, this year, the same album.
Crazy.
Brooklyn Battery Tunnel was the first song we recorded, so this shit is 17 years old.
Make some noise for timeless music. This shit ain't no flash in the pan. And Gudda, I was talking about how the sound changed and the trends changed and the fashion changed and all that shit changed, but the real remain real. And the real always gonna come back around. See, I make some noise for that, because that shit sound, I'm gonna play it on my show on Sirius XM, so that shit definitely ring it off. But let me ask you this. Looking at the amount of support that you've been able to garner, obviously having Special on your side, having Bust on your side, but just the caliber of MCs showing up for you, not only doing the verse, but like you said, it was no whack verses. Nobody mailed their shit in. Everybody showed up for the video. What's that feeling like, just knowing how special you've been throughout the years, but dealing with these tribulations, to see it all, the culmination of it? Just talk to me about that feeling.
It made me embrace the struggle, because, and I don't want to keep saying this, but I grew up not knowing my parents to this day. And thank God I had a good foster mom who adopted me and taught me about God and stuff like that. So I just think that you can't never give up on yourself. You know what I'm saying? If it's in you, and if you got a bigger picture, I feel I'm here to change lives as well. And I already broke a generational curse, just my kids knowing me. Nothing to do with no money. Like, I don't know my parents. So now I'm ready to be like that shit right there, like just being able to have this song that's going to be playing. Like when I'm not here, and my kids at least know me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You did that, my brother. Congratulations.
And I just know you were proud of you too. Like proud of you, like that's my dad. That's an amazing feeling.
Nah, that's all good.
That's real. Like, I love the fact that you feel like comfortable in here to be able to speak on it.
So you better.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to cut in for a second because Gudda was saying he didn't know his dad. So me and Buster's now his dad. You know what's up, man? So he'll be around a long time.
Was that grouping? You know what I want to ask? Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. That's the tunnel I avoid because it has a toll.
They all got fucking tolls now. You can't even walk across the street to the store. They just charge you to go across the street.
But I'm saying, you know, why Brooklyn Battery Tunnel? Out of every connection from Brooklyn to Manhattan, you could have chosen.
I think, we did so many. We had a whole album together with like names for not even some of them. Like he did it 15 years, so he just came up with that name not too long ago. You know, we named it the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. I was like, all right, we named it the Brooklyn Bridge. Let's use Brooklyn, and I use the Brooklyn ever since I've been going to the city now. I use the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel so much, so much.
Ed said you got money, you can pay the tolls.
No, it's the most convenient. I use that shit to get here. Buster, you have been active, super active as of recent, but active for all this time. Obviously, you get tons and tons of artists that come your way. You get tons of artists, MCs that you hear. Some is super dope. Some is super flashy. Some got following. Some come with all of the bells and whistles. What was it about when you met Gudda that made you want to dial in? And not only dial in the first time, but spin back even after he got into some issues to see something in him that made him so special, that made him say, you know, this is the artist that I want to really get behind this stand.
So to tell the truth, I love the way Gudda, like the way he sounded to the music that I was able to actually marry his sound with. So that's where it started. When Special brought him to me, Gudda used to rhyme, and he used to say these rhymes to me that was actually like the shit that he lived through. So when you saying shit to me like rocks gray and blue like the box on the island, I done knocked out niggas scalps to stop with the frowning. It's like, you can't say that unless you've been to the box and
Right.
You can't make that up. You don't know what the color of the box is. You don't know what solitary confinement is unless you've been through that. So that was impressive to me, not because he was talking about jail shit, but because he was actually saying shit that he lived. And a lot of the times that's a far and few between quality in MCs, because motherfuckers is phenomenal at fabricating and making some shit sound super duper incredible, and they never seen or touched that shit with a 10-foot pole, not even a trillionth of a fraction of what they're saying that they live. Secondly, when we recorded Gudda, I never sent Gudda home with a beat. I always made him write it on the spot, and that's because I didn't trust him, and that's because he kept getting in trouble, and I always felt like these beats that was owned by the producers that I had to stash from, if Gudda would have ever leaked one of these shits, he would put me in a situation with one of them producers, legally. In addition to that, what he was coming up with on the spot was so phenomenal to me, from storytelling, from concepts, to just bar for bar, getting busy shit, that the interesting thing is, when he did start going to jail and coming home and going back to jail and coming home and going back to jail.
Coming home.
Because he did 4 bids while we was together trying to make this album. And I think after the second time he went in, I actually tried to give his music to other artists because I was like, I ain't fucking with him no more. And I also needed to make my money back some kind of way. The problem was, I couldn't find another artist that sounded as good as him on that particular music. Like, I literally tried to give his songs to to other people, not his lyrics, but the beats, and see what other artists would come up with to those beats, and the shit just wasn't comparing to what he was coming up with to those beats and to that production. So I be having this moment now, we wouldn't have had this magic now, because I wouldn't have made it, and I wouldn't have had the opportunity to see him change, to be able to pick up where we left off. So, in a nutshell, I think what ends up being the reality of our situation was fate.
Absolutely. God's time is always divine. We know that.
Real talk.
We know that.
Special, we wanted to ask you, how did you meet Gudda? How did y'all link up? I know we saw a little bit in the documentary, but I want to hear the story.
How did I meet Gudda? Well, I pulled up to the projects one day, and one of my dudes said he's a good car washer, so I was like, let me try.
You're such a fool.
Nah. How could I put this without incriminating myself? Nah, this is how it happened. So
No.
yeah, so this is how it happened. Pink houses, I used to be there all the time, and some older people that raised me put me on to him. So when I was under them, they seen certain stuff that I was good at and kind of put me in place. So I kind of wanted to repeat that coming out the projects that we was from. So what it was is that when they put me on to him, they was like, you know, he a good rapper, this and that and this. But before I even wanted to take the chance with that, I just really wanted to see how he was as a person. Because sometimes when people want shit, they could be just so cool with you until they get it, or when shit don't work out their way, they go like super left. So from there, we had built the relationship, and then after that, I'm like, he used to rap in the car, and then I used to put him on like every block. We was going everywhere. I'm like, hey, yo, look, let's go to Brownsville. Let's go to Bed-Stuy. Let's go, yeah, Dykeman, everything. He's like, what we going over there for? I was like, dude, when we had problems, you wasn't scared to go over there then. Now we trying to do something legal and you scared. So then we wound up going everywhere, and it's funny because we was running into Cameron, Papoose, we was running into everybody on this trip. And then from there, as he built up his name.
You put me on the spot. I
Yeah.
mean, like, yo, I wouldn't
Yeah.
even know. And you would put me on the spot. I wouldn't even know. Like, this is like 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
So like, and he, like, we'll just go, he'd be like, yo, we going up here to go check somebody, and we get there, it's like a whole fucking rap battle and shit going on, and like, alright, yo, spit your shit, Gudda. I'm like, yeah, spit your shit right now, and then I just, like, how you did the other night, give him some bars, and then I would mess up one time, like, you know, so we just kept going from there. I kept building, and you know, just like you said, just like me knowing each other as person before we even thought of doing any kind of business like this. Like, this is family regardless. So, you know, I appreciate everything you did. I appreciate all the times you pushed me, all the time when you told me to stop. Like, the day I made Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, I don't know if you remember, the day that I made that song. I was arguing with my wife. We put both of us in back of your Rolls Royce. I was in the projects, chilling. You were like, yo, like some movie shit, like, yo, we pulled up in the back of the building. Cause back then, like, my phone, my shit would just like be off, like type shit. I'm just running
That's
around.
what usually happens when you don't pay the bill. Usually goes out.
Not like that, but yeah, so, and then you like, yo, what the fuck you doing, yo?
Just
You
said this
see
is
a bus
muted.
calling, looking for you. Know what I mean? You let me hear the beat
Just put the
already.
volume low.
You like, yo, go make some shit up in your head. I took it, and I ain't even gonna lie. That song right there, I made it with no pen. I made it in the crib, and I was kind of like nervous, but he came and got us. We got pulled over by the D's, so we jumped on the belt. And before that, you wildin', you got a career out of that. Took me up to the studio. You was getting a haircut inside the studio. You was like, nigga, go ahead, do your shit. Tati was in there with me. I did my first verse, was it?
100 bars.
No, on the Brooklyn, on this shit, on the Brooklyn.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
No,
Yeah, you just
on
said
not that one.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. You told me to stop at 16 though.
I'm glad y'all get to see the real that's going on between the family.
Yeah, so then, but you jumped out your seat when I was done. You was like, yo, I swear to God, you was like, yo, move up. You was like, yo, you gotta hit. Move out the way. So he's like, I did the hook 1 gun, 2 gun, 3 gun, 4, yours, mine, all about crime, but I couldn't say Brooklyn really. That's him saying Brooklyn on the shit. You heard? I'm like, Brooklyn? He's like, yo, no, get out the way. Get out the way, this ain't good. Brooklyn! He was like, yeah, now you done.
You know, you talk about the time that's passed and, you know, how much life had to be lived and, you know, just for you to really realize the opportunity that was in front of you. But with the way that the landscape has changed numerous times since the beginning of the start of this project, what are some of your thoughts? What's your plan to roll Gudda out to get him familiarized with the masses and vice versa?
Doing things like this, you know, I feel like I'm at a point now where I finally got a group of artists that's appreciative and respectful and willing to listen. I'm tired of dealing with the years of dickhead artists and unappreciative artists and artists that got this sense of entitlement mentality. That shit was really, it hurts, you feel me? You spending a lot of your money out of your pocket. These dudes ain't signed. You ain't getting no financial support from these labels until you create enough excitement to generate the interest from these labels. So that whole time, not knowing how long it's gonna be, all you doing is burning extensive amounts of different holes in each pocket. And you have a lot of unappreciative artists, and I think this time around it's feeling really good to have artists that you're willing to actually gamble and roll the dice on, win, lose, or draw. I don't feel like I'm gonna lose sleep this time around because, like Gudda said, I sat and watched him for 4 or 5 years before I decided to start with him again. And a lot of conversations were special about him, and particularly, and watching him. And we had some artists before that y'all might know that I was involved with and was signed to me. They ain't around here no more. He's still signed though.
that was an FYI for y'all.
No, not to get even off track. Business is business, but it's even more beautiful when you can do business with somebody that you actually can develop genuine love and respect for. And you can see their conviction and their passion and their willingness to change to be better. Not just for themselves, but for the bigger picture of what we're doing together. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that I love the most is an artist that's not too strong-willed to the point where they're not willing to embrace incredible ideas or suggestions. We got a dope support system in Shaheem Reed and Mr. Mac. Special.
Shout out to Mac, shout out to Special.
You know.
Make some noise for those guys, man. I want the brilliance and the greatness that you see in front of you and understand that the team behind the scenes is just as strong.
And I'm gonna be honest with you too. Spliff Star is probably one of the most incredible songwriters, curators of ideas, producers. Like Spliff quietly is the Quincy Jones of this conglomerate shit. You know what I'm saying? Spliff be selling beats with hooks fucking melodies, ideas. Like he'll send, all I be having to do is rhyme sometimes when Spliff give me shit. He sends me shit, hook done, beat done, bridge there, hook, everything, and you just gotta rap. So Spliff does that, and a lot of the times I just have shit sitting in the stash from what Spliff sent and play it for different artists. And depending on who the artist is that know how to marry that song will become their song. But the ideas that the artists want to do might be in one direction, and they just gotta be willing to embrace the shit that's in other directions. And Gudda has developed and evolved into becoming that. And him being that type of artist and me being in a space now where I feel like I'm clear on exactly what I know needs to be done. Like you said, understanding how the eras have changed. You know, I think the most important thing that I value and I hold on to the most, and I'm never gonna fix this because it ain't broke, is the fact that I don't really
Hey, Mel.
I don't allow myself to stray from feeling and soul and instinct and listening to the way the sound makes you feel. You know, that data analytics shit and the algorithm shit, that should be fucking niggas up. Like, we sit here, and I don't know if y'all realize, but a lot of executives, a lot of artists within the last year that lost their job. Hundreds of them. The same ones that used to sit in those rooms and be like, yo, your new artist ain't got enough engagement on his Instagram. Yeah, your new artist ain't got enough followers on his Twitter. Yeah. They looking for homes now. They looking for jobs now. Some of them call our phone and want to consult. And I used to sit in those meetings and be like, damn, so you really gonna miss out on the next possible B.I.G. and Tupac because they ain't got enough social media engagement?
Crazy.
And the crazy shit is y'all came from the era where none of this social media shit was around. And y'all used to follow that same instinct to find the most amazing talent. OT Genesis had about 15,000 Twitter followers when he came up with Coco. Probably like 17,000 Instagram followers when he came up with Coco. But after Coco and Cut It and Push It, 5 million sold.
Right.
He ain't never put out an album.
Smashes.
But the thing is, then you have like a Bad Bobby, that's her name? Bad Bobby, right?
Bad baby.
Bad Baby?
Why you know him?
Now, I'm just saying, you know, they'll have a nice viral moment, but they don't even want to rap. And then there'll be a $5, $6, $7 million billing war with them because of their algorithm activity. And then they'll force them to rhyme. But then a BK Gudda come and really get busy, and so many other incredibly talented artists like him that'll wait their turn and be patient. Go through love and hell in order to turn out right to finally get a shot. And a motherfucker will still walk past them if their engagement on social media ain't what it's supposed to be. I love that. One man trash is another man treasure. So for me, you know, understanding the fundamentals of this art and this culture and real MC shit and the difference between that and just some cool rapper shit, talent, shit that you born with, shit that you blessed with, shit that can't be taught, as opposed to the motherfucker that's manufactured. The big difference is you can see the diamond shining through the most filth that might be sitting on it.
We're talking.
All you gotta do is just clean that shit off and just shine it off to the world. And God got that.
Present that to the world like that.
Word.
Before we get up out of here, I want to ask, because the song is so amazing, I was sitting there and I was just mesmerized, verse after verse after verse. Everybody went some crazy. And make some noise for Spliff. Spliff showed his ass on that.
Live black. Real black.
Really? I'm gonna put you on the spot though, brother. As you was hearing these verses, you know, you hearing everybody come with the craziest shit. What were some of the moments that made you really lose your mind? And you know, if you had a favorite verse or two, you know what I mean, that you heard?
I'm not gonna lie. Definitely Pap. Definitely M.O.P. Definitely, because like I said, I knew him before I knew him. So he used to come and sit on the bench with me and like, with this one right here, Squiggy. Nah, but yeah, we went in the studio and Bus EP release. Yeah, it was your EP release. You was outside. He took me in the room. He's like, yo, listen to this. Played that joint. I said, nah, that's insanity, you heard? Yeah, so then, you know, the energy on the set, it's just like, cause he used to give me hooks when I was a kid. Like, I'd be in the car doing the long rapid shit he said, and he used to be like, hold on, Joe, he do hooks for me all the time. Me too, he do hooks too. This guy, I ain't got no hook, but I would still get bugged. Yeah.
Let me say something. I'm very proud of you, girl. You came a long way. They don't really know what you've been through to get here, but I have, and, you know, I relate. Like a motherfucker looking at you is like being in the mirror, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
You know what I mean? I'm very happy that Special introduced me to you, because I brought Special around, you know what I'm saying? Special, he ain't know nothing about the game, and I brought Special in the game. You know, he came in there with his little tight mosquito pants on. You know? But Special is my dude, like, me and Special really pull up on y'all, you don't understand? One day, let me give y'all a quick joke, my story, yo. One day it was snowing, like little light snow, but it was snowing, it was cold. So, he just got a Benz, a drop top, boom, my boy pulled up all white, splash, drop top, you wild. I get in the car with him. This motherfucker drops the top. I said, "Drop a little bit of snow." He said, chill, take your jacket off. I said, that nigga popped the trunk, took out 2 minks, put it on me and him, left the car with the top down. We walked to the club like, yeah. This nigga is special. That same night, he trying to talk to this girl. She acting all hype one night. She don't want to give him the number. He's like, "Oh, word? Watch this. You never seen a car. You never seen a house on wheels." Then because the car was like 200 and something down. Special, you are special. And tonight is special. Make some noise for my man Gudda, B. I love you, brother. Thank you for making me a part of your magic.
And there's one thing that I have to let y'all know. So, not really come back. This is like, just to give y'all some info. This relationship that y'all see is nothing new. This is 30 plus years.
Yes.
So, why I'm telling y'all that is because I was doing one thing, Spliff was doing another thing, Buster was doing another thing. So my point to y'all is we all stuck together and still are brothers. But when we seen one winning, that's when we jumped and started following what the winner was doing and paying attention and listening.
That's right.
So I gotta give a super big up to my big brother Buster, because he's been doing this shit since 12 years old.
We all started with him right here.
And then is one thing that I learned about him. We have our differences, but the funny thing is that, and I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to seem like I'm hating, but there's a lot of hot artists that came out within 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, a year ago. Fucking Buster's still here. 35 years later, so he gotta know something. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta be loyal to your team. And don't be afraid to take the chances with your team. Because when you have a real team, if one fall, you still got the rest of us to pick your ass up. And this ain't about the money. This is about the love and the loyalty.
That's real shit. Make some noise for real shit. Before we get up out of here, so we got a chance to see the video. Yes, for sure. Where can we find that documentary? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get into all of the business and shit. You know what I mean? The record is streaming out there right now. What about the doc and all that? Bust rhymes. Great.
Can I say this real quick? BK Gudda has had the Gudda November. This whole November, there was a rollout in the campaign that was done. Torae asked, you know, what's the way we rolling out things, seeing how things have changed. I wanted to get to that. I got a little long-winded. I think this is the first of many examples that y'all are gonna see that's gonna set a standard. We dropped a record every single week for the month of November. November 7th, we put out BK Gudda's Brooklyn Battery Tunnel Remix Part 1. The 14th of November, we put out Brooklyn Battery Tunnel Part 2. The first one had BK Gudda, me, MOP, Papoose, Big Daddy Kane. Part 2 had Smith and Wesson, BK Gudda, Smith and Wesson, Buckshot, Talib Kweli. Part 3 had BK Gudda, Mano, Split Star, Rampage, Gorilla Nems. Now on Black Friday, you're gonna get the full version, which is the finale, the grand finale remix with all 13 MCs on it. In the middle of all of this, between the third remix and the fourth remix, you're here sitting in a private movie screening for this man's mini doc. And this is all happening in 4 weeks. This don't happen with no other artists. This is not the kind of support that these executives are offering their artists at this current climate in the market or in their business. Fuck the rules. I love to roll the dice when I'm betting on what I believe in. Win, lose, or draw. We believe in this man.
Thank you.
So we gonna bet big and we gonna roll the dice. And whoever wanna fucking, you wanna bet against our CeeLo hand? Come in the motherfucking cipher of the CeeLo dice and let's see who's gonna stop the bank.
Nobody.
But in the meantime and in between time, again, congratulations, BK Gudda. You came a long way. Well deserved. How crazy is it? This man's first single, he got Angela and Torae in there doing the Q&A. Like, this is some real fly shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's an honor to be here.
Thank you. So it's an honor to be in your presence as well. Also, I want to tell you too, I love the fact that y'all guiding me all the time, and I like, you know, whatever you tell me to do, I'll listen, because I don't know, you've been doing it before me, so I like that I got them eyes before me. I like that I got special in front of me, like, because we've been doing this. This is the first time these two ever did business together. Let them know.
Yeah, see, but that's a testament.
30 years. These niggas, I'm the first nigga y'all niggas signed together.
Real shit.
These niggas got bags, like weird bags, like yo.
It's a testament to what Special was saying. Me and Special met when I was 12. We both moved to Long Island from Brooklyn. Of course, we was troublemakers in Brooklyn. Our parents wanted a better life for us. They moved us to the suburbs. Crazy shit is you ain't taking the hood out of the children or out of the adults, if that's what they know and that's what they come from. So we just brought the terrorist shit to Long Island. Me and him ended up meeting each other and having beef from the minute we met. 12 years old. So all these years later, for us to have been, the respect that was established as a result of us fighting, and this is back at the time when you walk all the way to his crib, he walked to my crib, we know each other's parents, we cool. But you walk over there, you knock on the parents' door, hello, good evening, Mr. and Miss such and such. Is your son home? Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, I'm great. Good to see y'all. Hope you're having a good evening. Is he home? He come to the door. Hey, yo, you ready to fight, nigga? Yeah, nigga. All right, cool. He got his pajamas on. Let me go change my clothes. All right, cool. You walk outside the gate of the front yard and you just wait until he come outside and then we get it popping. Now, I'm not going to say what he did when he opened the door, because we ain't trying to incriminate nobody. But the guard was a wild cowboy, and it ended up with us respecting each other and becoming friends. But what he was saying, what God is saying is a testament to what Special was saying. Special was doing things that was different from me, different from Spliff, and then some of the things we did was similar to each other. And through that common denominator, we related to so much each other's way of doing things. I seen him grow and evolve and prosper in ways that I didn't. He saw me grow, evolve, and prosper in ways that he didn't. Same with both of us with Spliff. So we learned from each other and we inspired each other. But the most important shit that we learned from young was that loyalty is a blessing and it's not a fucking burden. You feel me? That shit kept the friendship, which is why we didn't need to really have to break no bread. It wasn't, our friendship wasn't based on no money, on no opportunity, on no, yo, you doing good, and because I bought you the bologna and cheese sandwich back when you was broke on this day when we was in 5th grade, my nigga, you owe me now. None of that. So, whether we did business or not, this brotherhood was really family. We actually was kind of running from doing business with each other. Like, nah, this shit that we got as a brotherhood is so powerful. I don't even want a business disagreement or some paperwork with the fucking language that was misunderstood and then the 10 times forward BK Gudda.
Yes,
I promise you that.
Yes, sir.
Make some noise for BK Gudda.
Gudda shit. You got a publication, post Gudda shit. You got a fucking social media page, talk about it. Everybody in here is part of the community, so let's continue to support one each other. We all we got, so make sure y'all let people know what's going on. BK Gudda.
About lunches.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't Oh, you want to Brooklyn? Yeah. By Angie House. Yeah. Oh. Actually, I'm gonna wear it. Oh wow, you don't want to take a picture? I want to take. Let me see.